Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you yet another unboxing. This will be episode 2 of unboxing videos that are to come in this channel. So I have quite a few unboxings that I am splitting into different videos just so it's not too long, and I don't want to get overwhelmed with the updates that I am going to be showing in the end. And so in today's unboxings that I will show you, I only have 4 plants, and one of them is not with me anymore. And I also bought one plant from Facebook Marketplace that I will also give you an update from. So as I said, I bought these plants December 18th 2025, so it has been more than 6 months now. I really don't know how to count. I think more than 6 months now. So yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so let's unbox these plants. So I got these plants, as I said, last year, end of the year, and the seller was the same as the first unboxing, or the seller was the same one that I purchased the plants that we unboxed last time. She is 3 hours away from me, and this is in the middle of winter, and so I am expecting the box to be fully insulated, or at least with a heat pack. And yeah, as you guys can see, it has this silver foil whatever, and it was also in the plants are also in this bag here that is insulated, which I think is a good idea because it keeps the plant very safe and warm. So as you can see there, it is insulated for sure, and it has a lot of this fully fill, which yeah, a very big help for the plant to make them safe in there. So this first one here is the Bird of Paradise. As you can see, it has the long tendril. And then next one we have, I am just taking my sweet time here. And the plants actually are also taped in to the bottom of the bag, and so I had a hard time pulling them out because I am also trying to be careful not to damage them. And so yeah, it takes me quite some time to take out the next plant. But yeah, here we have the what is this one? This is the Argentia Princess that is beautiful. And then the next one would be, if I could take it out. Oh, okay, so I guess I am missing a plant. This is a Hoya Thomsonii. I thought I only had 4. But yeah, this is a Hoya Thomsonii, which I am excited about because it's very cute. And then we also have the, what is this? The begonia snow-capped, variegated. Look at that, so cute. I'm excited for that plant. And then I think the last one is the begonia Genie Galaxy. I'm just trying to inspect the plant and make sure that there's no pest, and also taking out the tape. So look how pretty that is, very vibrant and very colorful. And yeah, I think that is the last you guys plant. When I was doing the voiceover for the unboxings, I noticed that I missed one plant when I did the updates. I missed the Hoya Thomsonii. So yeah, I will attach here a video of how the Thomsonii is doing. It is actually doing pretty well, and quite a fast growing Hoya, very fuzzy leaves, so cute. So I will make sure to attach it here so you guys could see how it looks like. And yeah, back into the video. Okay, so updates. So I'm gonna show you now how the plants look like after a few months in my care. And as I said in the beginning, one of the plant is not with me anymore because I have sold it, and I really bought it because I wanted to sell it. So Anyhow, I will give you first the update of the plant that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, and this is this one. This is a Hoya Minibel splash, supposed to be. I love how these leaves are turning super dark. I purposely put this in a dark corner because I wanted it to get darker leaves, which in turn also had lost the variegation or the splashings that it's supposed to have. Like when I bought this plant, this has some silver splashings, and yeah, it is starting to fade away, although there are some that has very tiny speckled of silver, but I don't really mind it so much. I mean, I already have like tons of silver Hoyas, and I don't think I am missing out on silver splashings, because this actually is more beautiful, darker, like with darker leaves like this. I don't know, maybe it's just my preference, you know. I prefer it that way. And if one day I decide to want some more silver, I could always put this in a very bright light, and I guess it will get splashy. So when I bought this plant, it was in a very tiny cup with a semi-hydro substrate, and I don't really know how to care for plant in a semi-hydro setting, so I repotted it into my own mixture. So I have my own mixture for Hoya substrate. I have the perlite, cocoa peat, cocoa husk, and also now I am experimenting mixing my substrate with pine bark, which I don't know if it's a good idea, but whatever, I am just trying whatever will work for me. And as I said on a previous video as well, I have tried many substrates before. I have tried just water and perlite. I have tried mixing perlite, moss, and soil. Yeah, it is just really a matter of trying out which one will work for you, and this is what is working out for me. Also, I have most of my Hoyas in a no drainage, because that is what works for me. My house is super dry, and I can't keep up with the watering. And although many people say that Hoyas likes to dry out, I find that mine doesn't like drying out, especially my Hoyas. They do react to being dry quite fast, and so I try to avoid that. I do have a full-time job, and I can't really keep up with more than 200 plants, I guess. I am not complaining. I am happy to have them in my collection, but this is the solution I find to care for my plants easily for me. As you can see, it has some roots in there. I also just gave it a water, but yeah, it is doing pretty well, and I am happy. When I bought the plants, I think I will attach a picture of this when I got it. I think it has only 4 leaves at the most, but look at it now. It has tons, and also it has vines, and I also have chopped this already once, and I sold a cutting of it. So yeah, a fairly fast growing Hoya Minibel Splash. All right, now let's talk about the plants that I got from that unboxings. I am going to start first with the Hoya. Of course, you've seen I didn't only get Hoyas on that unboxing, and so let's start with this one. This is the Hoya AH Bird of Paradise. As you can see, it is super bare. That is because I chopped it. When I got the plant, as you saw, I think it has 1 vine, and I chopped that plant. But this is an original leaf that came with the cutting. And so yeah, I chopped that plant and I sold that cutting. And also it was doing it was growing very slowly in my care, and I didn't understand it at first, and so I decided to chop it, and now it is giving me this little vine here, this one here. If you can see, this is a new vine here, and I am hoping that it will grow faster now. This one is also a new west leaf, which is super splashy. It does have like a different leaf shape. I don't know why I bought this in the first place, actually. I think it's just because of the name, the bird of paradise. And yeah, but maybe, I mean, I don't really love it that much, but maybe someday I will get to love it. But yeah, this is the Hoya AH bird of paradise. Okay, so the next one is the I am spilling some substrate into the table. All right, so the next one is this here. Okay, I don't know. This here is my Begonia Genie Galaxy. At some point in its lifetime with me, it had done pretty well. It was so beautiful and lush, colorful, and I had not really paid too much attention to it. This is in my cabinet with very high humidity, and so I thought I really don't need to keep up with the watering for this plant. And I know they are very sensitive, finicky when it comes to watering. They don't like drying out, I find. And so most of its leaves wrinkled, and at the same time also I was chopping it to propagate for selling. So yeah, I think it wasn't a good combination. The plant hated it so much, and so I just decided to chop it and restart the plant. And so these are all new leaves that it gave me, and so far it is doing very well. I also had repotted it since, because when I get the plant, it was just in a tiny cup, the propagation cup. And so I find this one, this is like a takeout container, a plastic takeout container for soup or whatever that you get at a restaurant. And so yeah, I repotted it in this bigger one, and yeah, it seemed to be reacting very well to the repotting. And yeah, I will try and give it a break for now because I love this plant. It is so beautiful. So yeah, this is my Begonia Genie Galaxy. I recommend this plant. I only have this begonia and then the other one. I tried the begonia ferox. That one is so difficult. It had died on my care many times, but then it would always come back. And then, but this last time, I don't think it's gonna come back anymore. Anyhow, Begonia Genie Galaxy. All right, the last one, or no, this is not the last one really. If we have to really talk about all the plants that was in that box. So the other plant that was in that box is this here. This is my snow-capped begonia, variegated snow-capped begonia. She doesn't look like very much right now, but I will make sure to find a clip of this plant when it was in full bloom. No, not bloom. It didn't bloom for me yet. I mean, it was more full than this. But as you can see too, I have chopped it many times, like this here, and then this one here. Actually, just recently I chopped it, and I have the cutting rooting right now. But the reason also that I chopped it at some point was that, like this vine here, as you can see, it is fully variegated, right? But all the leaves from here on top was not variegated at all, so I just chopped it to see if the variegation will come back. And yeah, it seemed to have worked, because if you can see closely, there are like 2 little growth point there, like this one here, and then this one on the side. Can you see it? No, but yeah, it seemed to be reacting well to the chopping. And also at one point I found a slug in my cabinet. It was so gross. I hate creepy crawlies. But yeah, I found a slug in my cabinet, and it was chewing on the leaves, and that's why it's bare on the bottom as well. I kid you not, I'm just not making any excuses for taking care of this poorly. It was the slug. But yeah, it is a very beautiful plant. I love the leaves, and it seems like this is one genus that I wouldn't be adding more into my collection. I will just keep these 2 begonias, and that is it for me. They are just a lot of work for me, and I think I'll just stick to Hoyas. Hoyas are pretty chill, and most of them are beautiful too. So yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyhow, this is how the leaves looks like. It has some pink. I'm not sure why mine, the leaves are turning pale. Like you can barely see the variegation. This used to be like super bright pink, like the variegation of this plant. And I didn't change the lighting condition of this, so I don't know. I don't understand why. Could be like fertilizer, nutrition deficiency. I have no idea. But I am getting into a point where I am losing interest into this plant, and my attention is just fully into Hoyas now. So, but it's a shame, because it is truly a very beautiful plant. But if you guys like very colorful plant, get this one. I highly recommend. And it is also a fast growing too. Like as I said, this one I started over, and it has now a lot of leaves. So yeah, these are my 2 begonias in my care, and I am not adding any more. So yeah, those are the 4 or the plants I got on that unboxings. And then the last one was a Hoya Argentea Princess, which you saw on the video, and I don't have it with me. I decided to sell it, but I have 2 other Hoya Argentea Princess in my collection, so that one I really bought because I wanted to sell. So yeah. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.